Welcome to Hard Locks. This is week 2. I'm joined by Chickster. Alex Chick, how are we doing?
I'm glad you started like a second later. I was picking my nose for a minute, so I'm glad you started. I'm just kidding.
Could you
Um,
imagine if I started it and just zoomed in right on you as you were picking, just like mid finger up
no,
there?
I was.
That'd be
That's on me.
absurd.
No, I'm just playing, kind of.
All right, as I mentioned, we are going to be picking every single NFL game, just like we did last week. Video's up on the YouTube. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and watch that video. If you have watched it, just to give a recap on the records, kind of a tough week for the boys. Alex is up one game though on me. Alex went 7-9 last week. I went 6-10. Not a great start. Not a great start. I knew it was gonna be a
And
rough
week
day.
one's hard. Week one's always hard.
And we kind of alluded to it in the videos that week one's kind of a weird one to bet. But I knew that the vibes were off when fucking Pittsburgh got demolished. Like I had to pick Pittsburgh and I was really confident in it. I really was, but I did not expect for Pittsburgh to get
This is the
the
same
brakes
dude.
beaten off of them.
The same dude in the fucking NFL predictions was like, no, Pittsburgh's winning that game, and I was just
I
like,
listen. Okay, listen.
no, they're
The stats
not.
were on my side. The stats I had to go with. I listen. You bet numbers, not teams, sometimes, and I was betting numbers. So
Yeah,
and
you
that
sound
and
like one
listen,
of
and
those
that was my mistake.
Well, you're one of those three-letter nerds I don't want to mention, but you know what I'm talking about. It starts with peanuts and fuckface. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I
Like
know, I know, I know.
you sound one of them people.
Hey, listen. I was eating the numbers cheese. That's on
Yeah,
me. I won't do that again.
I know. You told me that stat, and I was like, "What the hell is he talking about?" Anyway.
Listen, I was cooking for a second though. In my head, I was just like, "Oh, this makes sense. This makes
Oh,
sense."
in your
And
head,
and
yeah,
it turns out it wasn't.
it was
All right,
burnt.
we're gonna we're gonna roll into the picks for this week. Thursday night, Minnesota lost at home last week to Tampa Bay, going on the road to Philadelphia. Philly's 6.5 point favorites. Alex, what are your thoughts?
I'm taking the Eagles. I picked the Bucks last week. I don't believe in the Vikings defense at all. I know they could put points up, but I think, you know, the Bucks were a much lesser team than the Eagles. The Eagles are at home. I think this is an easy line for them to win. The Eagles win by 7 points. I think that's not crazy. Might be a backdoor cover for the Vikings, but I'm not seeing it. I think the Eagles win this game pretty handedly.
I think Philadelphia shouldn't really have a cover or
I
shouldn't
can
really have an issue covering.
I can say, and I picked Philly to win cover last week, and I think they did cover
Mm-hmm.
actually.
Yep.
They did,
We
but it was
when
close.
we made our picks, we got in Philly was -3.5 and they won by 5. So we did. We
And
covered.
that was our
And
free
listen,
money.
but listen,
And it won.
after the first quarter, Philly was up huge. I was like, "Oh, easy money ain't no big thing. It's easy." And then they New England made it a ball game.
Yeah. So it our free money picks we did get them right, but they were nervous. They were a
That
little
is
nerve
true.
wracking
We're
because
we're we're 2-0 to start the year on free money
Matt
picks.
Matt Hannafan believed in us. I was like, all right, can't let that dude down. And then I was typing out
Now
my
it was
apology in the Slack
close.
chat. I was
It
typing
was
it out in the Slack. I'm
close.
like, Matt Hannafan, I'm sorry that you lost the money on us, but
All right. Next up is Green Bay going into Atlanta. Green Bay is 1.5 point favorites. Atlanta's home dogs. I know you don't really like Atlanta, but you picked Green Bay last week, didn't you?
I did.
You
No, I
did
picked
take.
I picked Chicago last week. I ate the Chicago cheese a little bit. I just
Oh, because
I don't know.
I think you and I both took Chicago because we were eating the points. That might be what it is.
No, it wasn't even the points. It was like -1. It was like win or lose. I
You're
chose
right.
Chicago,
You're right. You're right.
and
You're right.
that
You're right.
that was
That was a mistake.
that shit was rough.
That was a
I
mistake.
and Trey. I don't know. I can't believe Trey didn't talk shit about that one. Like
Hey,
he's
he
giving
was
us shit on the college football ones, but
he
he
was
can
too
be.
busy telling us about the Rams winning last week, and we weren't really listening. And listen, Los Angeles looked really good last
Did
week.
he say
So
that?
yeah,
I didn't hear that.
yeah. No, Trey said that he thought the Rams were a sleeper pick to win the game.
Oh, I
Hmm.
I didn't see that. I must have missed that. I know he's been giving us a hard time about college football picks that we've gotten right, but
No,
he should.
he was all over the Rams last week.
Oh, okay, good for him.
I think I'm gonna take Green Bay here. I don't
I am
have
too.
I still don't have a ton of faith in Jordan Love. I think, but Atlanta they have a good defense. I don't think that
Their
can be
defense is
argued.
stout.
They have a good defense, and it seems like they got a two-headed monster at running back because Tyler Algier looks like he's not letting this job go slightly to Bijan. So
he's sniping right now. He's sniping for fantasy guys. He's a big sniper right now, sniping those TDs.
But I think Green Bay's got the momentum based off of last week's win against Chicago.
What last week really proved was that Jordan Love does not have to win games for the Packers. The defense will. And so, and I think me and you, we kind of overlooked that fact a little bit, is that maybe Jordan Love doesn't have to go win the games, even though we're not big Jordan Love guys, that the defense can win the games for him. Although if you talk to DJ, my cousin, he's like, J Love, baby, that's the GOAT. He calls him future Hall of Famer, which he's just delusional Packers fan. He's coping with Aaron Rodgers.
He's got to ride with his guy, though.
I
can understand it, but
I'm not.
Okay. You can't ride for your guy. You got Jimmy G. Nobody should be riding for him.
All
right, we're moving on to Chicago's on the road. Tampa.
Speaking of fucking Chicago
against Tampa, Tampa's 2.5-point favorites. To me, this has easy money potential. I'm not giving it the easy money stamp, but it's got potential.
Okay. I was about to say, I was like, I don't know about that. I don't know. Well, who's your easy money pick then?
Tampa.
Okay. I just want to
I'm taking Tampa. Chicago's not covering this game. Chicago's not good.
Yeah. We figured that out last week.
And Bears fans should be really concerned because Justin Fields did not get any better passing the ball over the offseason. He just didn't.
Well, we just talked about the Packers defense. We talked Packers defense is super good. It's stout. It can play. So the Bucs defense is not that much. It's not very good. Let's see how it goes. Let's see how it. Let's not because you're on this train right now where Justin Fields is not very good. And it might be true, but we gotta write it out. Bucs is a good test to be like, hey, but he does need to get his shit together in this one. So I'm also with Tampa, and I don't even care about the fucking Bears. Baker Mayfield. I don't even think Baker Mayfield is a good quarterback, but fuck, I love his attitude. He shit talks. He's a dog. He's a fucking asshole, and he's not good at quarterback. But fuck, he's telling these stiff arm people and telling them to get your fucking weight up, and I'm with that shit.
Oh, I love that. I thought that was awesome.
Because I coach football, so I be a dickhead. If you want to play for me, you got to be a little bit of a dickhead right there. Talk a little shit. Let them know I'm here. That's what Baker Mayfield does. Even if he's not a good quarterback. So
I love it absolutely.
This
one's a weird game because it almost alludes to, if you haven't seen the division preview videos that Alex and I did for the Vendettas First Media YouTube channel. Go ahead and check those out. This is kind of a preview because Alex and I had Seattle and Detroit facing each other in the wild card of the playoffs.
I forgot about that.
And I think the line is so weird to me because I think Detroit could win this game, but I don't they have to win by 6, and that kind of concerns me a little, a little.
Have the lines ever, in the Dan Campbell area, and maybe they have, I just can't, have they really blown anybody out? I feel like they live for the drama. And they want a close
playing team. Yeah, you're right.
I don't think they ever blown anybody out. I'm gonna take Seattle. Seattle, got their ass kicked by the Rams, and I think that was a very humble reality check for them. And I think that kind of proves that Geno Smith isn't very good. So, but that's another thing. I don't even want to get on that rant. But, I think Seattle comes out firing. I think the defense plays harder. I think the offense will be a little bit better. I don't think the Lions defense did, I would say, adequate against the Chiefs. But the Chiefs wide receivers were selling the fucking game. And so I think Seattle can cover this game. I really think Seattle will win this game, but I definitely think they will cover. I'm not saying free money, but
I'm gonna take Detroit. I
It's because you're a
think
Detroit guy.
well, Seattle really struggled last week with the Rams offense, and Detroit is better offense than Los Angeles. Plus, it's worth noting that Seattle just put Abraham Lucas, their starting left tackle, on IR, and they signed 41-year-old Jason Peters to play left tackle.
That's fine. He's got it.
I don't
He's
think
got
so.
it.
No
I
shot.
don't know.
I'm going to take Detroit. I know I mentioned at the start of the little piece here that the points kind of concern me. I just think that listen, I'm eating the Detroit cheese this year, and I think that
No way.
I am.
You?
Yeah, right. I'm gonna highlight Seattle just so we can keep track of your pick, but I'm gonna pick Detroit in this one.
All right.
I'm gonna let Alex lead here because
I picked the Bills.
yeah. All right. I
Guys,
think
and
that's
my
the
brother,
responsible pick.
I'm trying to tell my brother this, right? Like, first, the Raiders, and I can talk forever, so I'll try to make this quick. The Raiders beat the Broncos. Great job. They won by 1 against a Broncos team who's just very they don't they can.
Mids.
I think Sean Payton is good. I think the Broncos get better as the year goes on. The Raiders only put 17 points up, and they held a Russell Wilson-led Broncos team to 16. The Bills are one. They got embarrassed on Monday Night Football. No doubt about it. They lost to the Jets without Aaron Rodgers, but it's because their fucking defense, the Jets' defense, was fucking disgusting. Garrett, does the Raiders have that defense?
No.
Fuck no, they don't. Like they don't. Like it's bad. I mean, I'm surprised the Broncos only scored 16. I think the Bills put up 30 points on this team. I think the Raiders will struggle. But I don't know. My brother seems otherwise. I'm taking the Bills, who are probably going to be angry after losing to the Jets without Aaron Rodgers. And they're going to put up points because we don't have the defense to stop them. So, and I don't think the Raiders offense is going to be able to keep up with Jimmy G. I saw a couple throws that Jimmy G was fucking throwing, and those are ducks, like absolute ducks. I'm like, where? So, good for other Raiders fans, but I thought I saw Jimmy G go down, and a small part of me wanted AOC to go in, and he didn't. So.
And listen, I mentioned it in the AFC West video we did for the YouTube, is that I wouldn't be shocked if I know they're not going to, but they should really take a long look is if they get to their bye week this year and they're in a really rough spot, just fucking send AOC out.
Well, they should have started him regardless. Like,
I mean, the kid tore it up in the preseason.
Well, not even that. Like, oh, okay, why are we signing Jimmy G? We got rid of Derek Carr because he was mediocre. That was the general consensus, was he's mediocre, right? So we just made a lateral move and got Jimmy G and be like, okay, we just proved that, like, and I was like, okay, but we drafted AOC. Well, why don't you have him start this year? Maybe if he's your quarterback of the future, he'll play really well. If he's not, cool. It's a loaded fucking quarterback class. And if AOC as a rookie sucks, guess what? We're just bettering our draft position. But now we're putting right now a better quarterback for right now in Jimmy G out there. And, we're putting ourselves in the best position to win, which it means worst draft position, because even if this team, and I don't think they do, make the playoffs, we're just picking later out. Like, this is not a Super Bowl contender. Why are we doing this? Anyway, before I get on my rants. You know how it is.
I also think the Jimmy G signing was a mistake. I think we mentioned that in last week's video. They should have started AOC. I mentioned that he had a great preseason, but I mean, shit. If we learn anything from the Pittsburgh Steelers, it's to buy zero stock in what happens in the preseason. Because Pittsburgh offense looked absolutely incredible in the preseason.
I was going to let you have that.
They fucking sucked.
I was going to let you have that. But you were playing the 49ers, which you told me they would win.
We're already over that.
Okay.
All right. Okay. The Chargers coming off of the heartbreaking loss to Miami, traveling to Tennessee. Tennessee's 3-point dogs. I know you're not a big Justin Herbert guy. This is an easy money pick for you. This is easy money. Who's the pick?
It's Chargers. It's free money. This is the free money pick. The Chargers went toe-to-toe with the Dolphins. Super high-powered offense. Defense was it was shaky for the Dolphins. But first game for the Chargers, Justin Herbert, Kellen Moore era together, not bad at all. Tennessee, I don't even know if Tennessee will fucking score a touchdown. They didn't. They were one of the few teams last week that didn't score a touchdown. So and now you're saying the Chargers can't cover 3 points.
Right.
Like they can't win by 4. Are you serious? This is the easy money. Oh my God, Garrett's moving. He's mobile.
No, we're good. We're good. I just gotta close the door. Keep going.
He's mobile. He's moving. But yeah, no, this is the free money. This is, and I, like Garrett said, I'm not a Justin Herbert guy. I'm not a Chargers guy, obviously as a Raiders fan. But I see free money when I see it. And so far, I'm 2-0. We're 2-0 on free money picks. If Matt Hannafin bets on this, we love him. But yes, free money, Chargers.
I'm also going to take the Chargers for the exact reasons that you just listed. Tennessee is, they're well coached. They're going to play hard, but I mean,
their defense will play hard.
Los Angeles has got to get that bitter taste out of their mouth after losing that shootout to Miami, like you mentioned, and I think they're gonna take it out on this Tennessee.
Tough first game,
for sure.
Great game for fans. Tough first game for a team though. This
game is so weird to bet for me because there's no point in picking spread. You're just picking winners here. Yep. So it's really against who do we think's gonna win this game? Indianapolis or Houston?
Colts showed a little something last week. Against the Jaguars, and we're big on the Jaguars. Colts showed a little something. So Anthony Richardson, maybe not as raw as we think. He did not play great, but he didn't play bad.
Listen, I know that they kind of schemed the game plan so it was quicker reads, shorter passes, but Anthony Richardson, if I remember correctly, went 24 for 37. That's not bad.
It's not horrible.
For a quarterback who came into the draft season, came into the NFL with like 65%. Major accuracy issues. I think he was like 65, 66% almost. Yeah. Close around there. That's not bad. And he had a rushing touchdown.
Yeah.
He got a touchdown with his legs as well. I think
good.
I think this is Indianapolis's game. I think you and I both like Houston to be a really tough team this year. And I think you took Houston.
I did. I took them last week.
You took Houston
week
1. I took Baltimore.
It was close.
They did. It was almost a backdoor cover situation. Mm-hmm. But I think if we're picking winners here, Indianapolis is a more talented team than Houston, and I think that AR is going to get his first rookie win, and CJ is going to drop 0-2.
Yeah, which is expected. That's expected. I think Michael Pittman played really well. Kind of mad that I traded him in fantasy, but it is what it is. I think the Colts get Zach Moss back. They should get Zach Moss back this week, and they don't have Evan Hull and Deion Jackson in the backfield, so I think that'll help AR a little bit because Zach Moss is a little bit better than those guys. If Jonathan Taylor ever comes back, that team might be okay.
Listen,
they're not going to.
If he comes back, the question is he even going to be playing for Indianapolis?
I hope so because I hope he plays somewhere because I spent $11 on him in our fantasy.
I think he might play somewhere. I don't know that it's Indianapolis, but he might play somewhere.
It depends on. I think it's going to be a deadline thing, and what teams just need a running back and are playoff worthy are going to be shooting for him. Oh, what happened to the Bengals last week?
That's rough. That was a rough game for Joe coming off of the mega extension. That team looked bad last week.
Is it we're too low on or too high on the Bengals or too low on the Browns?
We might have been too low on the Browns, to be honest. Because
Browns came out.
That defense looked raw last week.
Yeah.
But there is still a major issue on this team, and it's Deshaun Watson. Well, I understand they played in the rain last week, but Deshaun Watson didn't look very good passing the ball.
Neither did Joe Burrow, really.
But, I mean, Deshaun Watson was expected to take this big leap back this year only because this was his first offseason in Cleveland.
You gotta keep the. I understand we don't like Deshaun Watson off the field but you gotta keep him on the same level. Like we can't give Joe Burrow a pass and Deshaun Watson not a pass. I feel like Joe Burrow didn't play well.
That's what I'm saying. Joe Burrow didn't play well either. I'm saying no. I'm saying is in the aspect that we were potentially too low on Cleveland. That might be the case, but Deshaun Watson has got to figure out the passing issue that he has. That's what I was getting at. No. This wasn't me being like, oh, you got to defend Joe Burrow sucked last week.
Yeah,
It
I
was
get it.
bad. No, I get it. I think
No, you were T. Higgins fantasy owner.
shit. T. Higgins got 8 targets and not a single catch. That was miserable for me last week. But hey,
Yeah.
listen, I went 6-1 in fantasy leagues last week, so I'm chilling.
Did you lose? Did you win the defensive player one?
No,
That's the
no, it's
one.
okay, son. I guess I went 6-2 because I also lost the site league as well because I have no
I,
receivers.
I lost to James Harry. I got blown out.
James Harris got a good team though, so that makes sense.
Fuck.
But no, I lost my defensive league because I had 53 points on my bench because we're not playing fucking best ball.
Yeah.
I had Will
Yeah,
Anderson,
that's fair.
who had like 15 and a half points in his debut rookie game. What the fuck? I had Jalen Phillips, Dolphins edge rusher on my bench. He had like 18 points. And I had Brian Branch opening night with a pick 6 and like 7 tackles. He had almost 30 points. This is why you
That's
don't
rough.
play lineup leagues. You play best ball. Grow a set of nuts. I'm taking Cincinnati.
So am I.
Great. Glad we got that out of our system. All right. Kansas City getting Chris Jones back, 1-year deal. Travis Kelce might be back, might be not. Jacksonville's home dogs plus 3.5 looks important. Alex.
I don't know if it's the hate or I don't know. I don't know if it's because the Travis Kelsey thing is still in the air. I'm taking the Jaguars. I don't, and I get it. The Jaguars did not look very good against the Colts. Not as good as we kind of hoped, but I mean, Chiefs didn't look good either. So, whatever. And it's a tough game.
I don't
This
know how
is a
to bet
great
this
game.
game. I don't. This is the game you want to watch this week.
Yeah.
This is the game where you want to sit down and make sure you're watching it.
The
That
the
potentially
the opposite of free money is going to be expensive, and this game is expensive because like
this is a
you don't
game where
want this one.
I would not bet this game if I was a bettor, which I haven't touched this game either. I did not touch this game at all.
Nor should you.
I like you alluded to it a few minutes ago. I'm really high on Jacksonville this year. You know, I think Trevor Lawrence is my MVP pick. Doug Peterson, Coach of the Year. I think Jacksonville could be in the AFC title game this year. I'm really high. But Chris Jones is coming back. That's going to be huge for that defense. And if Travis Kelce plays,
It's Travis Kelsey. You know what I'm saying?
it's Travis Kelce. You're exactly right.
He's got to play though. And then he's gonna play, and he's what, 50, 60%, maybe 70.
I mean,
At
shit.
best.
70% Travis Kelce is better than 60% of the tight ends in the leagues. Yeah,
More than that.
yeah.
It's
That
a
number
lot.
was probably too low. I have to. Oh, the hook's killing me. I'm gonna take Jacksonville.
I think it was 2.5. I think I take the Chiefs.
I have to take Jacksonville here as well.
Yeah.
I think the hook is what terrifies me. I think I'm gonna take Jacksonville. I think that I have to ride with this team. Let's talk about the Los Angeles Rams last week. I don't want to talk about the 49ers. They didn't play last week, neither did Pittsburgh. We're gonna talk about the Rams. I'm not normally one to suck my own dick. I'm not. But I went to the Senior Bowl this year in Mobile along with Mark.
Oh,
I saw Puka Nacua day 1 and he tore it up. I thought he played great. He didn't practice the rest of the week. I don't even think he played in the game. The first day, I thought he tore it up. I made a note of it all over my note sheet, and I relayed the information to Trey as well. Saw him at the combine. Looked really good at the combine. I did his draft profile. I was just like, listen, I think he is an early day 3 pick. Where did he go? 5th round. I invested my 3rd round pick in my dynasty league for Puka. Way overdrafted him because I want to make sure I got my guy. And
I literally said, "Who the fuck is this?"
It feels really good. A guy that I've been on since February, absolutely ball out in the season opener. I just want to say that it feels good. It's a little pat on my back. That's all.
Man, if you got to suck your own dick, you know what I'm saying? Just do it.
It's not. Yeah, never mind. We're gonna tell jokes off the air. I think. Is it crazy to take the Rams and the points? Because
Yes.
I'm kind of leaning that way almost.
I'm not.
You're taking San Francisco?
I'm taking. This is the same Rams team that we were like, well, remember we were like, they're not a 2-win team, only 2 wins. But I don't know. I wouldn't feel right picking against San Francisco in a game like this. 8 points is 8 points. I think 49ers can win this game by 10, at least.
The Rams defense looked pretty decent last week. They're starting a lot of young guys, and that defense stepped up.
No shit.
I'm gonna take the points.
All right.
Call me crazy. I'm taking the Rams. I'm gonna do it.
All right.
San Francisco. I'm just making a note here on my phone so we can keep track of the records. I'm gonna take LA. I'm gonna take the points. Why not? I know I selected the 49ers. That's so I can keep track of Alex's as well. We've got the Giants, who looked absolutely terrible against Dallas last week, and they're somehow almost a touchdown favorite against Arizona.
Dallas defense
who didn't look bad last week.
The Dallas defense is disgusting. I will give some. It's raining. Dallas defense came to play. Giants were in their own head. Like, I don't know. The Dallas defense was absolutely disgusting. I turned it off after the first quarter.
$160 million man.
Who?
Daniel Jones.
That's your guy.
That's your. All right, we're gonna.
That's all you.
We're gonna leave you. I don't understand how the spread is so big. I'm taking Arizona.
I'm taking the Giants again. I don't think. I mean, how much better is the Giants than Washington, you think?
Not very.
Not even 3 points better?
I like Washington. So maybe that's why I'm being a little blinded, but I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't know.
My screen is bugging.
I'm not putting my faith in Joshua Dobbs twice. And if that makes me a mistake, I am a mistake. I already knew that though.
Ooh, you know I just thought of though. I think James Conner is questionable to play this week.
Who cares? It's James Conner. It's James Conner.
I'm still gonna take Arizona. No, I'm gonna take the Giants. I just changed my pick.
Oh, look at you.
Let me write it down.
Wishy-washy.
That's me.
Wishy-washy.
We've got the Jets, who are, as we all know, Aaron Rodgers-less. Fourth play of the game, blows out his Achilles. We've got Zach Wilson now in a quarterback who somehow miraculously kept the offense afloat, and they beat Buffalo. But you alluded to it earlier, that was kind of spearheaded by an outstanding defensive effort against Dallas, who might have the best defense in the league, but they're 9.5-point favorites.
I took Dallas. I think without Aaron Rodgers, I don't know if the Jets can do that again. And I think even though the Jets defense did cause 4 turnovers, some of that is on Josh Allen. And I know like Dak Prescott has been prone to throw interceptions. Like he led the league in interceptions last year, correct? Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, Dak did.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe
Dak
they were tied.
No, Dak. That's what. Did I not say that? I'm sorry.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Josh Allen.
No. Dak Prescott. He led.
Oh yes, Dak led the league last year in interceptions.
I don't know. It's more of I'm not picking Dallas. I'm picking against Zach Wilson. Is what I'm doing. I think, Jets played really hard, but I think with film against Zach Wilson, like you're not. No, I don't think it happens again. I think Dallas wins this game by 10 points. I'm not even sure if the Jets score 10 points. Like you have Zach Wilson.
I'm taking the Jets.
Well, You should take the Jets if Chickser was starting at quarterback. Did you see that
No,
post?
no, definitely not. Definitely not.
Did you read that post?
I read it.
I could do it. I could do it.
I I just think this isn't necessarily me saying that I think the Jets are going to be ever like really threatening in this game, but this is going to be like a 20-17 game. This game isn't going to be like Dallas is going to dominate time of possession, I think. I think they're going to make their drives look really good when they score, but I this Jets defense is legit. And I understand what you're saying about Zach Wilson, but Brees Hall in limited work on Monday looked awesome. He
Bills
looked
defense isn't good as
great.
Dallas.
He looked great.
So is Dallas
In a
defense.
makeshift offensive line, he ran wild. The offensive line is trash. I'm going to take the Jets. That's a lot of points. Dak's throwing at least 2 interceptions. I don't see like Dallas is going to win this game. Dallas is going to win the game. I don't think that's any question, but I don't think it's also any question that the Jets cover because the defense is so good.
Okay.
We're going on to the Commanders plus 3.5 against Denver. Denver looking for their first win on the year. Kind of erase the icky taste in their mouth after losing at home to Vegas. I think this is also another game where it's 2 good defenses. Denver's got a good defense. Washington's got a really good defense. Sam Howell looked decent last week. Brian Robinson looks rejuvenated. I thought we were going to see like more of a split. I think Brian Robinson dominated the touches
They
last
beat
week.
Arizona by 4.
Okay, cool. Anyway, I think I don't hold much stock in the Denver, to be honest.
I don't either, but I think
this
Denver's
team's
gonna.
still unproven.
I think the Commanders are improving.
I'm gonna take Washington.
They barely beat Arizona.
That's cool and all. I'm taking Washington.
Cool. I'll take the Broncos.
Excellent. Wash. Got it. Sounds good. I'm going to let Alex lead Miami -3 against New England.
Miami. I'm feeling it. Miami. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the free money. I'm feeling it. Patriots had a very valiant effort last week, but I think those are my 2 money picks. Is those 2.
We've got New Orleans -3 on the road against Carolina. Carolina's 3-point dogs. Bryce Young didn't look great last week, but it's against Atlanta. I fucking know. Bad team. Da-da-da-da-da. Whatever. Cool. New Orleans.
You okay? You want to talk about it?
What's your pick?
Okay. It was just hostile in here. I had to cut it with a knife, man. It was just cut the tension. I'm gonna take the Saints, even though I picked the Saints last week to cover the Titans, and they didn't. I don't know. 3 points is a very who's winning this game, and I think the Saints win this game.
New Orleans just has the better offense, I think. Carolina, Bryce Young didn't look great. He had a passing touchdown to Hayden Hurst.
He looked like a rookie quarterback.
I think he's still going to struggle in this game as well. We've got Cleveland -2.5 going into Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh looked awful last week. I mean, Cleveland looks legit. Their defense seems like no joke. And right now, with Matt Canada leading the offense, I can't have faith in the Steelers. And that sucks because, I mean, the offense, the whole team in general looked great in the preseason. They looked great. They looked awesome. And then they come out week 1 against San Francisco, and I know it's San Francisco, but like I'm not convinced that they would have fucking beat Green Bay last week. I'm not convinced that they would have they wouldn't have beaten I don't even know if they would have beaten Indianapolis last week. The offense is broken. It's absolutely broken, and it will never look good as long as Matt Canada's there. If you take a look at the week 1 overreactions on Vendetta's website, I don't know if you read it or not, Alex. Matt Canada should be banned from the NFL.
They should be what? Oh,
banned from the NFL.
For sure.
Who would ever give that man a job after absolutely taking the offense.
Do you think Chickster can call better plays?
I think that your little sister could call better plays than Matt Canada. Shout out to Caitlin.
I don't know about that, but
I'm taking Cleveland, and
that was my main thing against the Steelers this year was Matt Canada was still there, and I told you last season is the Steelers did just good enough to keep him around, and it's going to be a mistake. And I think week 1 overreaction or not, I think that's what's going to happen this year, and he'll get fired this year.
One can fucking hope.
I have the Browns as well.
All right.
Anyone that can beat Cincinnati and just fucking dog walk them, they deserve another on a 3-point bet. Yeah, for sure.
I don't think I wrote down all of these, so if I mess up on some of them, you'll have to let me know. We're both taking the Eagles -6.5. We're both taking Green Bay -1.5. We've both got Tampa -2.5. You're taking Seattle. I'm taking Detroit. Both taking the Bills. We're both taking the Chargers. Alex has this as one of his free money bets of the week. Indianapolis -1. We've got Bengals -3. We're both taking Jacksonville +3.5. You've got San Francisco. I'm taking the points with the Rams. We're both taking the Giants. You're taking the Cowboys. Yes, I changed it because I remember that James Conner was questionable, so he's not going to be 100%.
Okay.
See, my screen is bugging. I've got the Jets. You've got the Cowboys. I've got the Commanders. You've got the Broncos. Alex's second free money bet of the week is the Dolphins -3. Shout out to Jackson Law. We're both taking the Saints -3 on the road, and we're both taking Cleveland on the road in Pittsburgh.
All right. What's the money? What's the money looking like?
Oh, right. We gotta do all the bets. So you're taking Seattle, Buffalo, Los Angeles, Indy. You're taking San Francisco. You're taking the Cowboys and Denver. All right. $10 wager wins $317,000.
16-0, baby.
Listen, all I ask for is 10 G's. Just slide your homie 10 G's and we'll be good.
Slid. It is. Yeah,
I put in a green.
How much is the free money one? How much is free money?
Oh, so if we're doing the parlay?
Yeah, just a free money one.
So the free money is Miami and the Chargers.
Up. There you go.
There it is. That should be $28.10 on a $10 bet.
Can we squeeze a 5-leg parlay out of this? Is there anything we feel good about that we can squeeze 5?
Tampa.
Just for content. I can do Tampa.
Philly.
Philly for sure. All right.
And then Buffalo.
Right.
It's right there.
Yeah.
$10 wins $259.
That's not bad.
Hey, listen. If you do it, you ride with the 5-leg parlay. Send us your tickets when you win. We'll shout you out on Vendetta Sports Media's official Twitter page. Send us the tickets. We'll give you a shout out. This has been Hard Locks episode 2. We'll see if I can make up some ground again. I'm Garrett Burroughs.
We're differing on quite a bit of them. 5 games, I think. 5 or 6.
This could be a big swing. If I swing and a miss on a lot of them,
well,
vice versa, there could be a big swing
when you bet them. But how come it's not a big swing when I bet them?
If you would have let me finish talking, I was going to say the exact same thing for you.
Okay.
You got to learn to this is you were talking about, so
yeah, tread lightly.
If you haven't already subscribed to the YouTube channel, be sure to press the subscribe button. If you like the video, leave a like on the video, and be sure to ring the bell so you never miss any more of the content. Alex,
ding.
Any more thoughts?
I just wanted to do the ding.